When are you going to die? Probably not the most tactful question a person has ever asked of you, but after my last video, which looked at how to make $1 million, there were complaints about how long it could take to get rich from investing in a tracker fund alone. The thing is, the time it takes to make $1 million is really only relevant to how long you're going to live. If you're going to live until 80, and it takes 17 years to make $1 million, you're set for life. However, if it takes 45 years to make $1 million, and you will only live until 60, it may be better to focus your energies on immediate gratification rather than saving and investing. So, to answer the question, when will you die? We're going to borrow some data from the actuaries. They're the people who spend their lives figuring out how long people will live, so insurance companies know how much to charge for life insurance and pay out in pension benefits. The data set is for people born in 2004 and who are now turning 20. Sorry, you're no longer a teen, but on the bright side, you only have a 0.13% chance of dying this year. That means you have a 99.87% chance of surviving. The interesting thing is, when you hit 30, and imagine how much Gen Alpha will be mocking you and your habits by then, you will still only have a 0.14% chance of dying in your 30th year. Again, giving you a 99.86% chance of surviving your 30th year on the planet. Bad back and all. So, the question we can ask is, when do things start getting bad? Will it take until your 58th year to reach a 1% chance of death in that 12-month period, which still gives you a 99% chance of surviving? However, the mortality numbers start moving up at a swifter pace now. When you reach 76 years, you have a 5% chance of death in that year. And just 8 years later, at age 84, your chance of dying in the year increases to 10%. Just 7 years later, at age 91, you have a 20% chance of death in the year, but still an 80% chance of survival, which is pretty good at that age. Interestingly, the tipping point doesn't come until you reach 106, when you will have a 50-50 chance of surviving for the next 12 months. And if you do survive another 4 years, you will have a 60% chance of death in your 110th year. Now, to be aware, these figures aren't cumulative. They simply show what probability you have of surviving the year if you're still alive at the start of it. The cumulative figures will skew the overall down slightly. However, the important lesson is that it is estimated more than 50% of all people born in the developed world on 2004 will live to 100 years. This means, even though it may take 17 years to make $1 million by investing in a tracker fund, it will still be well worth the effort because you're likely to live past 100 years of age, and quite frankly, you'll probably need that cash for adult diapers. Anyway, just like the Queen, this was my Christmas message for the year. I hope it brought warmth and joy to your heart, and that you'll join me in 2025 for more of the same nonsense. Thank you for watching.